We have new details tonight about what law enforcement found when they searched a stolen car after a traffic stop last month. Plus, we're hearing health concerns about an underground fire burning at a Yakima County landfill. And tracking a chance of showers headed into Easter weekend, the timing coming up in your first alert forecast.
Now, KAPP KVEW local news at 5.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. It is KAPP KVEW Family Feast Night at the Tri-City Dust Devils. Jason Valentine and Riley Fitzgerald are leading our crew over at Giza Stadium. Gates set to open up in just about 30 minutes. How's it going out there, guys?
It is going so great out here. The sun came out, so yes. I had to take off the jacket because I was getting a little too warm. Tonight is the Family Feast Night here at Giza Stadium. That means there's a lot of deals going on for food. Best thing to, bring out your family for a big night of eating food.
And there's still plenty of time, and it's KAPP KVEW night, and I get a special honor tonight. I'm excited about it. I get to throw out the first pitch.
Jason, earlier today you were telling me that you have a story about the last time you got to do this.
In the mid-90s, I was the free money bunny at a radio station in Spokane, so I threw the first pitch out in costume for the Indians. And if you can imagine, the rabbit has big cheeks. Well, my arm hit one of the cheeks and went right to the right, and it wasn't very good. Luckily, I had a mask on at the time. So anyways, that was fun. So come on out, everyone.
That's an amazing story.
Well, hey, let's switch to weather, folks, because, well, we're seeing spring-like conditions out here, aren't we? We can see some shower activity off in the distance. Let's take a look at that Legend Skycam network. We have a little of everything in the Tri-Cities tonight. And on the radar, most of the showers have ended, but we are looking at possible shower activity coming into the Blue Mountain region as we move into the next couple of hours. It could even fan out to the Tri-Cities, so just be aware of that. So taking a look at our currents in the Tri-Cities, we're right around our average. And again, folks, after that morning, afternoon rain, we're looking pretty nice tonight. For Yakima, right around the average as well. In Yakima, you are dry for the evening into tomorrow. But I'm going to talk about some possible showers for your Easter Sunday morning and more sustained in your evening in my full forecast. That's coming up later in the show, but we can't wait to see the game tonight. We're going to send it back to you.
All right, thank you so much. We'll check in with you in a few minutes. Washington state lawmakers have given final approval to a proposal regulating hospital staffing. That proposal now goes to Governor Inslee for his signature. This is something that has been debated for quite a while now. The proposal that just passed the legislature requires most hospitals to set up a staffing committee that's made up of half nursing staff and half management or hospital administrators. If hospitals don't follow the plan that the committee comes up with, the State Department of Health and the Department of Labor may step in. The Yakima Health District and State Department of Ecology have been investigating possible contamination issues at the Anderson landfill owned by DTG Recycle. Ecology says they just got back the results of water testing done in December. They found no evidence of chemicals affecting the water supply. That's the good news. However, the Yakima Health District is monitoring an underground fire at the landfill that has officials concerned.
We can say that there is no immediate environmental risk to the public. What we're most concerned about is workers who are on site and people who may be walking on trails really close to the landfill.
Ecology officials are working with DTG Recycle on a cleanup plan. They're also working through responses they received from the community members last month about that proposed plan. Tomorrow, a stillborn baby whose body was found abandoned on the side of I-82 will be laid to rest. While investigators are still working to determine what happened, an anonymous family stepped forward to arrange a memorial service. That's scheduled for tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock at Sunset Gardens in Richland, and it is open to the community. The Benton County coroner shared a letter from the family, which says, while they don't know the details of the situation, they're hopeful that the memorial will remind everyone in our community to be compassionate and to reach out to help those around us. We have a crime alert tonight. Yakima police arrested a 38-year-old man accused of driving into a building while trying to get away from officers. Police say the man spotted a patrol vehicle on 3rd Avenue in Yakima this morning, then sped away, crashing into a building at 3rd and Peach Street. Police say while the officer wasn't trying to stop the man, he was wanted on multiple felony charges and will now likely face additional charges once he gets out of the hospital. A Dayton man ended up in the hospital after he was shot by a person at a home he was allegedly trying to break into. This happened last night on the 500 block of North Roosevelt Street in Walla Walla. Authorities say 34-year-old Skylar Glasby was trying to break in when a person in that home shot him. Police say he drove away from the scene and later ended up at the hospital. Health officials called police and he was taken into custody. His current condition is not yet known. Tonight we have another update about the police shooting in Pasco last month. Investigators, you may remember, say a Pasco police officer was shot and injured while walking up to a parked car that was suspected of traffic violations. Investigators say the 37-year-old suspect took off and was later shot while allegedly pointing a gun at a Benton County Sheriff's deputy. We've now learned that suspect is still in the hospital in stable condition. Investigators say his next stop will be a jail facility that can continue treatment. And the Benton County Sheriff's Office says a stolen car that deputies stopped nearly a month ago was loaded with Xanax. Deputies found the car being driven with no plates on March 9th. Prior to a traffic stop, the driver pulled to the side of the road, apparently in an attempt not to be pulled over, according to deputies. Now, deputies discovered the car had been stolen earlier in March in Kennewick. The driver was arrested and booked into jail. The Benton County Sheriff's Office recently did a search warrant on a backpack they pulled from that car. Deputies say they found more than 1,700 Xanax pills, scales, and bags. Deputies forwarded additional charges to the prosecutor for possession with intent to distribute. Pacific Northwest University is hosting a mass casualty training exercise on campus tomorrow in Yakima. So if you see a lot of emergency vehicles, don't be alarmed. Local law enforcement, fire and rescue agencies, Yakima Valley Emergency Management, and others teamed up with university leadership to make this training happen. Officials say this kind of exercise helps law enforcement to train for emergency responses and has always been a necessary part of the job. Making headlines across America tonight, Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas is responding to the report in ProPublica saying he accepted luxury vacations and expensive gifts from a prominent Republican donor for decades. Thomas says he's not required to formally report the travel. ABC's Faith Abube is tracking the latest.
Tonight, growing questions after revelations that for more than 20 years, U.S. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas has accepted lavish vacations from a major Republican donor without disclosing it to the court.
When we talk about hospitality or personal gifts, those are keywords or buzzwords that are allowed through the loophole of reporting that the Supreme Court justices have chosen to follow.
In a rare statement defending himself, Thomas says he was advised early on in his tenure by colleagues and others in the judiciary that this, quote, sort of personal hospitality from close personal friends who did not have business before the court was not reportable. The fallout follows a stunning report by nonprofit news outlet ProPublica, uncovering that for the past 2 decades, Thomas has enjoyed, among other things, island hopping on a super yacht in Indonesia, trips on a private jet, all-male retreats at an exclusive California club, and fishing at a resort in the Adirondacks, all thanks to a Dallas billionaire friend who happens to be an influential Republican donor. There are no restrictions on justices accepting travel gifts, but they have to be disclosed. However, the report says Thomas never listed the travel gifts from GOP donor Harlan Crow and his wife. Thomas says he endeavored to comply with the disclosure guidelines and that he intends to follow new guidance in the future. On Twitter, progressive Democrats like Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez calling for the conservative justice to be impeached.
And legal analysts point out that the U.S. Supreme Court has no formal code of ethics, a governing body, or a way to enforce any potential wrongdoing. But Democratic Whip Dick Durbin is vowing that the Senate Judiciary Committee, which he chairs, will act. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
And the Associated Press reports the federal court system updated its disclosure requirements for judges last month, but an overnight stay at a friend's personal vacation home would still be exempt. We are tracking developing news tonight. The FAA is now recommending repeat inspections of Boeing 787s because of concerns that leaky faucets could damage the plane's electronics. The FAA says that they found out about the problem because an airline, they didn't say which one, found wet carpet in some of the cockpits of its Dreamliners. Boeing told the airlines about the potential for a problem last fall. They're working on redesigning the faucets, but in the meantime, the FAA proposal is up for public comment for 45 days before it can become an actual order. We could see supply chains snag once again. California's Los Angeles and Long Beach ports have shut down because of a labor dispute with dock workers. Now, it's not clear yet when these ports will reopen. The Port of Los Angeles calls it America's biggest port complex, but Bloomberg News reports union talks have been going on for almost a year now, and some shipments have actually been diverted to other ports because of concerns that exactly this would happen. It comes as the latest jobs report shows unemployment is up. It basically means more people are actively looking for work, and it's one of the signs that the Federal Reserve is monitoring to determine whether interest rates need to go up again. Ivan Rodriguez has a look at those numbers.
U.S. employers added 236,000 jobs in March, coming in below expectations.
The Fed isn't going to publicly say we want job losses, but I think the Fed knows, and all the economists are there that know that if the unemployment rate stays at 3.5%, you're not likely to calm or tame inflation.
Industries like leisure and hospitality, healthcare, and government continue to lead the way in job gains. The job losses are coming from sectors like manufacturing and construction. Still, the labor market has remained stubbornly resilient. The unemployment rate dropped to 3.5%, average hourly earnings grew 0.3% from the month before, and the cool down in hiring may not be enough to stop the Federal Reserve from raising interest rates again next month.
Inflation is extremely high, and it's hurting the working people of this country badly, and we are taking the only measures we have to bring inflation down.
The Fed is aiming to engineer a soft landing for inflation, but it's a difficult tightrope to walk.
My guess is that the process of bringing down inflation will bring on a recession at some stage, as it almost always has in the past.
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
We are headed into Easter weekend with a chance of some April showers. Jason Valentine will have a look at the timing live from GISA Stadium, where we are gearing up for KAPP KVEW Family Feast Night. That is coming up in just a moment. Plus, a popular, if unauthorized, activity at Walla Wallace Pioneer Park now causing problems big enough that the city is stepping in. That's next on KAPP KVEW Local News at 5.
The local water experts at Culligan can take care of everything but the kitchen sink. Actually, we do that too. Culligan, here for every water worry.
It's our 25th anniversary in May, but we just couldn't wait. So let the $225,000 Silver Jubilee celebration begin now at Legends Casino Hotel. Use your Legends Rewards Players Club card to earn entries for cash drawings on Thursdays and a chance at a new Mercedes C300 on April 27th. Use your card when playing your favorite slot machine for a chance to win a coveted silver ticket and a spot at the Jubilee game board on May 31st, where we'll give away over $200,000. Only at Legends Casino Hotel, within winning distance.
If your group or organization would like to receive job postings from KAPP KVEW, contact our Human Resources Department at 509-735-8369 to request notices. KAPP KVEW is an equal opportunity employer.
This Easter Sunday is your chance to save big at More Furniture. Take a full 20% off your purchase and save hundreds on the spring refresh your home deserves. Relax in style with incredible values on comfy, cozy living room furniture. Set a place for all your family and friends in the dining room of your dreams. And rest easy in your bedroom sanctuary, all at 20% off. But these savings won't last. Visit More Furniture this Easter Sunday with special hours from 11 to 6.
Spring Fever fun has arrived at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Sizzle your way to over $7 grand in cash and free play with 30,000 Spring Fever hot seats every Friday and Saturday. Plus surprise gifts during spring cleaning, swipe and win. Win up to $2,000 cash with our quick cash giveaway and $10,000 bingo April 23rd. With so many ways to win, any day can be yours. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton, Oregon. More winners, more often.
Want to drive?
Really?
Most of us agree our roads are safer when we put away our phones. But we still have some people to reach. So spread the message. And set the example. Because that's how we make the road a safer place for you and your loved ones. Together, we get there.
This newscast sponsored by wagrant.org. That's wagrant.org. Now, KAPP KVEW First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Friday evening, everyone, and welcome to the weekend. Coming to you from Geisa Stadium, it's KAPP KVEW night here for the Tri-City Dust Devils, and it's Family Feast night. You still have time to come down and, well, hey, watch me throw the ceremonial first pitch. Let's get on to the weather, though, looking at our Legend Skycam network. And folks, still seeing incredibly spring-like conditions. A little sun, a little clouds, and a little bit of shower activity. On our radar, most of the showers have been moving on, but we are keeping an eye on a huge cell just near the Blues, and that should be coming through in the next couple of hours, possibly reaching into the Tri-Cities with a little bit of thunder and lightning, so we're keeping a close eye on that. On our future cast, you can see that cell right there, and as we move into the next couple of hours, it does kind of move on, maybe a little residual showers for Pendleton by around 10 p.m. Then as we head into our overnight period and into tomorrow, much nicer conditions, just a bit of building cloud coverage as we move along in our evening. But as we get to Sunday morning, Easter Sunday morning, we have a good chance of seeing some shower activity. Very light though, but then when we move to Sunday evening, we have a much better chance of seeing those showers hit. So get your umbrella if you are doing some Easter activities outside. So our current temperatures, we're right around our average for this time of year, mid to lower 60s, upper 50s in most places. On our for the week ahead, on our temperature trend, we are seeing warmer temperatures by Easter Sunday and Monday, and then we cool down in our next work week. So just get ready for warmer temperatures. Going to see lower 70s to upper 60s for all of our areas on Sunday. So our winds, we've seen winds pick up. We can definitely attest to that as we're seeing 10 to 15 mile per hour winds in many of our areas. On our wind tracker, we are seeing lower winds for your weekend. Then they're going to pick up on Tuesday when we start to cool down. So just get ready for that. All right, overnight tonight, we are looking at mostly clearing conditions. Overnight lows are going to be cooler than last night. We're going to be in the lower 40s to in the 30s, a little cooler in Ellensburg. For your Saturday, morning sunshine and then building clouds as the day goes on. Maybe a slight chance of a shower or two. And remaining where we were today, mid to lower 60s, mid to upper 50s for most of our areas, and just get ready for possible a little bit of rain in the evening. 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities as we move into Easter Sunday. Again, a little bit of morning showers, evening showers likely. We're going to see highs in the lower 70s. Same for Monday, and that those showers on Monday will be in the morning hours, and then cooler but nicer conditions Tuesday on. In Yakima, we're in those mid 60s for your weekend, so a little bit warmer than our average for Yakima. Shower activity possibly tomorrow evening and then into Sunday as well. So folks, we're enjoying a little of spring-like conditions out here at Geisa Stadium. A little bit of wind, a little bit of cloud coverage, but still looking great for baseball tonight. I have the ceremonial first pitch around 6:30. Again, it's Family Feast night and KAPP KVEW night. Come on down. If you haven't been to a game, I think you'll be surprised at how entertaining these kids are on the field. All right, folks, for right now, I'm going to send it back to you.
Thanks, Jason. And speaking of weekend events, the inaugural Run the River Marathon starts tomorrow morning at Columbia Park in Kennewick. This 26.2-mile race travels all through the Tri-Cities while staying right next to the Columbia River. It follows paved paths and roadways the entire time. The race director says he got involved in putting on local races when he set out to run a marathon a month in a year.
And I realized living in Eastern Washington, it was really hard to run a marathon a month around here without traveling a long ways. And so from there, I kind of started thinking, you know, that wasn't the start of this race, but it was the start of let's put on more races that cater to people who want to run more.
He says he'd like to bring more challenging runs as well as fun runs to the Tri-Cities. If you don't want the full marathon experience this weekend, there are also 2- or 4-person relay options. You can find information on signing up on our website, yaktrinews.com. Do not feed the wildlife. That's the message from the city of Walla Walla for Pioneer Park visitors. City officials say people are feeding the squirrels, ducks, and geese, which is not only unhealthy for them, but it could lead to an overpopulation of wildlife. The Parks and Rec Department says an influx of waterfowl is also a public health concern.
Last year we saw in this park, since we had so many ducks and so many geese, the sidewalks, every walkway nearby the ponds, and even in kind of the central area of the ponds, they were all just completely covered with duck and goose excrement. And yeah, there's definitely concern for diseases.
He says feeding the wildlife at Pioneer Park, or any park for that matter, can make the animals more likely to approach humans and get aggressive. Later tonight at 6:30, we'll tell you why feeding the park's squirrels can also damage their natural habitat. Also in Walla Walla, it is opening night for the Little Theater of Walla Walla's production of Now and Then. Only 4 actors make up the cast, but a whole community is behind this production. The story takes place in a bar. As it's closing up, a stranger arrives. The show opens tonight at 7:30. Performances will be held for 3 weekends. Ticket information is available on our website, yaktrinews.com. It is also National Beer Day, and up next on KAPP KVEW Local News, we are talking about a big step forward for a Yakima area brewery, the one thing that they're waiting on next.
Portion of KAPP KVEW sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Hey fans, Eric the Peanut Guy here to tell you that Dust Devils Baseball is back with affordable family fun all season long. Join me at Geisa Stadium on Thursday, April 6th for opening night. We'll kick off the new season with our annual Magnet Schedule giveaway thanks to Tri-Cities Community Health. We conclude the evening with a spectacular post-game fireworks show presented by CEO Energy. And on Saturday, April 8th, come out for more post-game fireworks thanks to Yoke's Fresh Market. For tickets, visit DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It'll blow you away.
Hi, I'm Stan. Welcome to my Stan Talk. My theory, it's called triple play because you can have fun on land, sea, and air. On land, bowling, XD Dark Ride, and others. At sea, all the slides and pools in Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park. In air, the ropes course, Nebula Drop Tower, and new zip ride. Or maybe the owner just liked triple cheeseburgers. Thanks, everyone!
Triple Play has fun for everyone, including the brand new zipline ride. And it's all attached to a cozy hotel.
Mildly entertaining. I will take that.
I was 44, working part-time. It was my first mammogram, and they found a few cancerous places in my left breast. I didn't have any symptoms. I didn't feel sick. I didn't have a lump in my breast. There was nothing. I wasn't afraid I was going to die. My first fear was, how am I going to tell my daughter? As a result of early detection, I didn't have to do chemotherapy. I just did surgery and radiation. Was able to maintain a good quality of life, and now it's a distant memory.
In the market for an RV? Do not buy any RV before you shop Clickin' RV. Because Clickin' RV has just acquired over 300 2022 fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and motorhomes. And everyone is just $199 over invoice. And take advantage of 0 down, no payments for 90 days, and low interest financing. Plus guaranteed lowest price and lifetime warranty. So don't miss the Clickin' RV Do Not Buy sale. Going on now at all 5 locations, including right here in Pasco.
Get $1,500 purchase allowance on a 2023 Cadillac XT5 and XT6. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Mix up your breakfast and lunch routine. Stop by Some Bagels and Gelato, where fresh is the name of the game. Bagels by themselves or in a variety of tasty sandwiches. Fresh roasted coffee to make your latte a step above. And save some room for gelato. Find it waiting for you at Some Bagels and Gelato.
Welcome back. It is National Beer Day, and a local brewery has some exciting news. After years of relying on other breweries' equipment, Sela Springs is getting ready to brew in-house. They're in the final phase of construction on their operation, which has been in the works for a while. The owners say they're excited about the history behind their brewing system.
First brew pub in the nation after Prohibition, first system he ever worked on in Grants, first system I ever worked on at Yakima Craft. And now it's going to be our first system for our own personal brewery.
As the owners say they have everything they need to start brewing, they are just waiting on final permits from the city. And gates are just about to open at Geisa Stadium for the Tri-City Dust Devils KAPP KVEW Family Feast Night. We'll have a live update plus a final check on your forecast coming up in just a moment.
portion of KAPP KVEW sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
I think they like each other.
I'm Charles. Lunch?
Vanessa, I like lunch.
Give in to deliciousness. Buy one craveable classic and get another one for $1. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
You can prepare as much as possible, but whatever you imagine, something else will happen. Patty and I have been together since 1984. Patty got diagnosed with Parkinson's in 2012. Having a caregiver helps with still being in a relationship. There's all sorts of expenses. Renting the bed and the tilt and space wheelchair. The money's going to be there, just like health insurance, and hopefully you don't ever have to use it. Walk Cares will help you take care of yourself.
Tonight, a man of God, a married woman, a dead husband, and a police wiretap.
There is a shooting.
It was like a car accident you couldn't look away from.
Inside a murder mystery as it unravels. 2020, tonight on ABC.
I'm getting backyard cookout vibes. Inside? Oh, that's the new DQ Backyard Bacon Ranch Signature Stack Burger. Now you can take the backyard anywhere with honey barbecue sauce and house-made Hidden Valley Ranch. You guys are taking this backyard anywhere thing really seriously. Maybe next time you'll take that DQ Backyard Bacon Ranch Signature Stack Burger to, the actual backyard.
We need a hose.
Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Spring Fever Fun has arrived at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Sizzle your way to over $7,000 in cash and free play with 30,000 Spring Fever hot seats every Friday and Saturday. Plus surprise gifts during spring cleaning, swipe and win. Win up to $2,000 cash with our quick cash giveaway and $10,000 bingo April 23rd. With so many ways to win, any day can be yours. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton, Oregon. More winners, more often.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different Briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
Okay, I think we're all aware that most cell companies only give you the lowest price when you sign up for multiple lines. But US Cellular gives you just one line for $29.99 with unlimited data. So you don't have to get more lines than you need. No, you hang up.
US Cellular, built for us.
Hello?
Would you look at that?
It's beautiful. Wow. That's our boy.
So proud.
There's no better morning than a buy one, get one for $1 morning at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Tonight we are getting excited about baseball. It is KAPP KVEW Family Feast Night at the Tri-City Dust Devils. Jason Valentine and Riley Fitzgerald are live at Giesa Stadium. Hi, guys.
Hello. Well, we're here at Giesa Stadium in the second game this week against the Hillsboro Hops. The Tri-City Dust Devils won last night, and we're getting ready for another good game that's happening this evening. The doors open at 5:30. That's coming up here really, really shortly. And the ceremonial first pitch with Jason Valentine starts at 6:30. And Jason, we're seeing a little bit cloudy here tonight. So are we going to be seeing any showers?
We could see a little spritz. Let's take a look at the radar. And folks, we do see a big storm cell coming in to the Blue Mountain region. We could be seeing some showers from that fanning out into the Tri-Cities area, but it's looking less and less likely as we're moving along in the evening, but a quick spritz is possible. So folks, just get ready for a nice Saturday ahead, Riles, and I'm looking forward to that. But again, rain showers very likely for your evening on Sunday. But we're excited about tonight because it's Family Feast Night out here at Giesa Stadium. You have plenty of time to come down. First real pitch is at 6:30, so come on down.
There we go, and there's a lot of discounts going on food here tonight at Family Feast Night. It's going to be a good night. Live in Pasco, Riley Fitzgerald and Jason Valentine.
That's right.
KAPP KVEW Local News.
Thanks, guys. We have one more sports story for you. The Seattle Kraken are in the Stanley Cup playoffs for the first time. It's pretty good considering this is only the franchise's second season. They beat the Arizona Coyotes at Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle last night to clinch that playoff berth. Playoffs begin April 17th. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. We're back tonight at 6.